I've been having dreams about falling in love. It feels so real, but nobody is here when I wake up. Do you know my name?
Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
The devil's in the detail. I'm a natural born killer.
Here's Tua stepping back, loads up, looks long, throws end zone, touchdown! Alabama! Devontae Smith, touchdown! Alabama!
A natural born. Take this hopeless broke soul off this remote control.
Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Reaches it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson.
He's got something. He's got something.
50,
He's got it.
40,
He's got it.
20, 10.
He's got it.
End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle.
This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour with your host, Drake Collins.
Good afternoon and welcome into the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I am Drake in the WKOM studios this afternoon with Slim D and the Claw. Thank you for joining us. L Train is out doing some things this afternoon, so we're going to give him a pass, but I think the three of us can hold it down for the next hour. Thank you for tuning in. Last night, Maury County Public Schools Sports Zone, home cooked by Puckett's Restaurant, powered by CPWS Internet. Coach's Show, we brought to you live at 6 o'clock last night till a little bit after 8 o'clock, and we had 4 Maury County Public High School head coaches, a few of their assistant coaches, and a few of their players up on the stage, and had just a terrific time talking to them. Had a great crowd at Puckett's. People were showing up. It's the largest crowd yet, wouldn't you say, Slim D?
I would think so. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And there was applause.
Yeah, we look for more people as this grows. That was show number 3.
Yes.
On the year, and we look and urge you, invite you to come out and join us for just a great night and get to know these players and the coaches here in Maury County that are going out and representing your area high schools in the game of football as of right now.
Yeah.
Now, there are plans in the pipeline to continue this on into basketball season, and we're looking forward to that. And we will keep you posted.
Who were the players of the week that were nominated, that were awarded last night? What were their names?
Last night, the Mount Pleasant Tigers swept the Player of the Week honors for Offensive Player of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week. Both of them were Tigers from Mount Pleasant. Peyton Niehaus,
good player.
He was the Offensive Player of the Week, and his teammate, A.J. Sieber, on the other side of the line, won the Defensive Player of the Week. So congratulations to both those Mount Pleasant Tigers. And you can always, after this weekend's games, Friday night's games, we will post on our Facebook page on Front Porch Sports Network the poll or voting
for next week's show.
Yeah, and tell Slim D, talk about the number of votes that were
it was
cast.
It was incredible
for this week's winners.
It was incredible. I'm going to look
1,400. I want to say 1,400 votes for the Offensive Player of the Week.
Yes, it was insane.
And over that, and over 1,000 votes for the Defensive Player of the Week.
It was incredible.
Over 2,500, you could.
Yeah. So right here, I'm looking at it right now. We had 1.6 thousand votes for offensive, and then right at 1,000 for defensive, and
so about 2,600.
And for the two that won, I'll just say for the votes themselves. Peyton Niehaus received 710 votes, and AJ, how'd you say his name? Sieber.
AJ
Sieber received 465 votes. So I mean, it's incredible how much this is growing.
And like we said, this is just our third coaches show. Hey, if you guys are out there and you're listening to my voice right now and you want to be a part of this growing success story of a show, the Maury County Public Schools, Puckett's Restaurant, Columbia Power Water Systems Coaches Show, if I'm retired, I've sold my small business here in Columbia, but I guarantee you this, if I was still in business, I'd be on the phone to WKOM and talking to James Dickinson and sponsoring the poll. My thing would be to sponsor the poll each week. That way my banner would be right across the top of that poll every time somebody went to that poll and posted and voted for someone. That's where my business banner would be. And there's
especially when you look at all the shares.
Yeah.
Over 200 and something shares.
So if it's being shared 200 and something time and they're voting over 2,500 times, you can imagine how much or how many times, and how many people are going to that poll.
And it gets bigger and bigger each week.
It does. Right. And folks, we've got our polls are on Facebook, but we also recently started an Instagram page. If we post, all the stuff.
And what is that under on Instagram? What's the
Front Porch Sports Network?
Okay.
And then we also have one that's under WKOM/WKRM.
Okay. Yeah.
Both pages we post all about these shows and the pictures and everything. So yeah.
From a realty to a dentist office, you name it, get involved with this. Yeah. It's going to help your business out. Call us at 931-388-3636. Hit a sales department. James Dickinson can get you set up. It's very easy and very affordable, so give us a call. Maury County Public School game day is tomorrow afternoon following the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour at 5 o'clock.
Spring Hill, right?
Right, Spring Hill, and they are hosting Creekwood. We will be out of Dixon, Tennessee, and we will be field side of Charlie Seaton Field in Buford Gladney Stadium there at Spring Hill High School campus. Beautiful new facilities, thanks to the Maury County Public Schools downtown office, and of course the taxpayers of Maury County. I mean, that it is what it is.
We couldn't do it without.
And I'll tell you what, if my tax dollars are going to what they've done around Maury County as a whole, talking about Maury County Public Schools, all the new fields, all the new facilities, the upgrading. I mean, I like to be able to pay my tax dollars and actually see something tangible I can put my hands or eyes on and see it at work, rather than somebody telling me what my tax dollars are doing. And let me tell you what, you can go to Spring Hill and you can see exactly what your tax dollars at work on the new field, the new baseball, softball, football, concession area, bathrooms, fencing, you name it. It's been upgraded, and it's beautiful. And tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, we will have a game day show for 2 hours, leading right up to the game of the week, which is Spring Hill High School versus Creekwood out of Dixon, 7 o'clock kickoff, which the broadcast will be on 101.7. And, of course, all 4 of the Maury County Public High School football games will be streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X.
Everything.
So you can find, Battle Creek is hosting Marshall County. This is tomorrow night. Mount Pleasant hosts Scotts Hill. Columbia Central travels up to the borough to play Riverdale. And then, of course, Spring Hill, our game of the week, hosts Creekwood. So join us, and it's going to be a big night tomorrow night. The New York Yankees can thank their nemesis and hated foe, the Boston Red Sox, as Aaron Judge hit home run number 50 and 51 for the Yankees last night, and they blew out the White Sox 8-1. But in the meantime, and that was in the Bronx last night, and that was the Yankees' 90th victory of the season. And that victory, coupled with a Toronto Blue Jays loss at home to the Boston Red Sox, And they've lost their second straight game at home to the Red Sox. Toronto has. So the Yankees and Toronto are tied for the American League East now. So the Yankees are trying to fight out of a wild card spot, which they're pretty much guaranteed, and win the American League East. So they're at a tie right now with Toronto with 4 games to play. Toronto holds the tiebreaker, though, as the Jays have one more game in Toronto against Boston, and then they end the season with 3 games at home against Tampa Bay. New York is hoping for some more missteps by Toronto, like I said, to get out of that wild card spot and into winning the American League East. Cal Raleigh for the Seattle Mariners hit number 60 last night. Why not Cal Raleigh? Why not? Why can't he be? I mean, we've got 4 games left. Why can't he be the American League home run history leader? I mean, he's 2 away from tying Aaron Judge, right? His single-season American League record, 2 away, Cal Raleigh. Great slate of college football on Saturday. One big question will be answered in Happy Valley on Penn State's campus as number 6, the Oregon Ducks play number 3, Penn State at 6:30 on Saturday night. And they're going to have a whiteout, Claw. They're going to wear white everywhere. Like I said, I've been in person to a whiteout. It did not work. Alabama took care of business that afternoon. So the question is, will the poaching of last year's college football national champion, Ohio State's defensive coordinator, Jim Knowles, by Penn State and paying him $3 million a year to be defensive coordinator for the Nittany Lions, is that experiment going to work or not? Jim Knowles, considered one of the best college football considered one of college football's most elite and best defensive coordinators, is a professor-like man who attended Ivy League colleges. He grew up as a kid yearning to attend Penn State games. He lived in a Catholic community in North Philadelphia, there in Pennsylvania. And he grew up yearning as a child because he loved football. One of his biggest things, he said, as a kid was to attend a Penn State football game. However, he said their parents, they were so poor that the idea of that would be like traveling to another country to get out of the city and go see a Penn State game. Every Sunday morning, as a kid, Jim Knowles remembers watching the Joe Paterno show, hosted by Joe Paterno's brother, George. Neither of his parents had a college degree. His mom didn't even finish high school, but still emphasized academics to all 3 of her children, Jim Knowles being the middle child. Like I said, he grew up in a Catholic community in North Philadelphia and attended Catholic high school where he played football. And in his neighborhood, Jim Knowles was known to have a passion for football. His parents could only afford 1 car in the family, so he'd have to get dressed to go to practice, and he'd have on his pads and his football pants and his cleats and be waiting outside the steps of their home there, or apartment, townhouse, whatever, in North Philadelphia. And, of course, everybody in the community would see him waiting for his parents to drive by after their afternoon job to pick him up and take him to football practice. Cops, and Jim Knowles said, cops, firemen, maintenance guys in the neighborhood knew I loved to play football and would do anything to play. So they said, Jim, if you're not getting A's and B's at school, we're not going to let you play. years later, as Jim got older and he was sitting around with these guys that was basically telling him if he didn't make good grades that they were going to not let him play, they eventually told him, we would never do anything like that. That was between you and your parents. We were just kind of threatening you a little bit. Years later, Knowles came back and said, that drove me to do really well in school and lasted my whole life. He got a football scholarship to Cornell University. Graduated from Cornell and went to work on Wall Street. But missed football so much he would peer through the fences and watch high school practices wherever he lived those years working on Wall Street. He would also go and sit in the empty stands and watch local high school teams just practice. He was not a coach. He had nothing to do with it. He just wanted to watch practicing. Didn't get a power conference football job until the age of 45. He began an 8-year stretch with David Cutcliffe at Duke. Then he went to Oklahoma State, and in 2022, he was hired on at Ohio State. Jim Knowles, defensive coordinator now for Penn State, has transformed some of the biggest turnarounds in college football defenses in the past two decades. Now get this. When he went to work for the Duke Blue Devils and David Cutcliffe, former Tennessee assistant under Phil Fulmer, the snitch, he took the Duke Blue Devils from 108th in the country to his final season to their defense to 21st in the country. 108 to 21st. At Oklahoma State, who just fired Mullet Man Mike Gundy, he took Oklahoma State while he was there from 112th in the country when he got there to 4th in the country in defense. Ohio State, they were number 59th in the country the year before he got there, or when he got to Ohio State. When he left last year, they won a national title and were number 1 in the country in defense. This Saturday night, Knowles his work is cut out for him, and let me tell you why. Just 4 more teams score more points than the Ducks do. There's 4 more teams this year that score 4 more points than the Ducks do. Ducks quarterback Dante Moore is averaging, and the Ducks are averaging more than 500 yards a game. And get this. The only team, the Ducks, have been the only team to enter the red zone at least 20 times, and they scored points every single time they came away with points, with 16 touchdowns and 4 field goals. So far, Penn State defense has allowed 2 touchdowns in 3 games. Now, they've played Nevada, FIU, and Villanova. Don't get me wrong. But they've allowed 2 touchdowns in 3 games against those 3 teams. But Saturday night is the real test against Oregon. After last year's natty season at Ohio State, Knowles' agent, I guess all coaches have agents now, received a lot of calls and interest in asking about Jim Knowles. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He told, being his agent and Knowles, contacted Ohio State and said, we're getting a lot of interest. We need to, re-up on this contract. Well, according to Knowles and his agent, Ohio State drugged their feet. No response in a decent amount of time. So Knowles did what other players have been doing. He entered the coaching transfer portal. And Penn State showed some interest, so the 60-year-old Pennsylvanian went back home. If Knowles and Penn State are successful Saturday night in Happy Valley against number 6 Oregon, and head coach James Franklin can improve on his 1-15 record.
Repeat that one more time.
And James Franklin can improve on his 1-15 record against top 5 opponents. Now, Oregon's a number 6, but close enough.
Right.
Against highly ranked opponents, if he can improve on that 1-15. Maybe then the $3 million question will be answered with the resounding, hell yes, it was worth every penny of it. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I am Drake in the studio with Slim D and the Claw, and we'll be right back.
This is Coach Tredaris Goff from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family-owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Let's talk custom design jewelry. Did you know Tillis Jewelry in downtown Columbia creates custom design jewelry and has been for over 30 years? From one-of-a-kind engagement rings to wedding bands and so much more. We want each piece to be as unique as you are and create a family heirloom for tomorrow. Call today and make an appointment with one of our designers. And just for calling, you will receive a free 30-minute consultation. Tillis Jewelry, creating custom jewelry proudly in Tennessee.
Hi, Jimmy here for Columbia Ace Hardware. Columbia Ace Hardware now carries Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines paint. Now their premium quality and huge selection of colors will be right in your neighborhood. Along with the award-winning service and advice Columbia Ace has always provided for your paint projects. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Columbia Ace, the helpful place.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Do you have trees that need trimming or removed? Do you have stumps that you want grounded? A1 Tree Trimming and Removal is a family-owned and operated business local to Columbia and Lewisburg. They also service surrounding Middle Tennessee. We are licensed and insured and provide free estimates. No job is too big, no tree is too small. Give old Luke a call or text Luke at 931-359-3113. Or you can check them out on Facebook and tell A1 Tree Removal that you heard this ad on the radio. If you love America, then you will love A1 Tree Removal.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also an ice maker that didn't read the job description owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Murray County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090.
Hey, this is Seth Moss at Tennessee Valley Equipment, a premier FAE PrimeTech, Bandit, and Surex dealer. We are your dealer for all of your land clearing and forestry mulching needs. We sell equipment, provide repair service, and parts along with a rental fleet of mulching equipment. We also offer mulching teeth, blades, and sharpening. Our number one priority is getting you up and running as quickly and affordable as possible. Tennessee Valley is located at 300 Santa Fe Pike in wonderful Columbia, Tennessee. Stop by or give us a call today at 931-981-9812.
This is Debbie Matthews with the Nashville Realty Group, and if you've been paying attention, you know the housing market has been tough, but rates are beginning to thaw. So if you're thinking about selling, the time to jump in is getting better every day. But if you're thinking about buying, and those interest rates are still a little bit too high, a good agent knows how to negotiate interest rate buy-downs. And I'm a good agent, so call me, Debbie Matthews with Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
This is Trip Stoltz with Columbia Ace Hardware. I love listening to 101.7 WKOM FM, Columbia, Tennessee.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
This is David Usselton with Usselton Automotive, located in Columbia, Tennessee. We service all foreign and domestic vehicles. We take pride in our work and we don't cut corners. We offer a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty and loan our cars with almost every repair. We are located at 1201 South High Street in Columbia, Tennessee. You can reach us at 931-215-1765 or find more information at usseltons.com.
Welcome to Workout Anytime Columbia, your local gym built on community, family values, and rural results. I'm Thomas Burns, proud owner and neighbor of the Family Run Fitness Center. You'll find us at 125 Bear Creek Pike, open 24/7 to fit your schedule. Our mission is simple: help our community live stronger, healthier lives with top-tier equipment, expert support, and recovery tools like red light therapy, sauna, and massage. We're here for you every step of the way. Let's get stronger together.
Managing schizophrenia with daily pills is a constant reminder of your condition, and missing them may have serious consequences. But Invega Sustenna is different. It's the #1 long-acting injection that helps control episodes with just one shot every month. Invega Sustenna is an injection given by a provider to treat schizophrenia in adults after initial.
Thank you for joining us. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I am Drake in the studio with the Claw, Slim D, this Thursday afternoon. Before the break, I was just letting everybody know who Jim Knowles is, defensive coordinator that was with Ohio State last year, got them a national title, has now been poached from Ohio State by James Franklin and Penn State, given a $3 million salary, and is now the defensive coordinator for the Nittany Lions as they get ready to host number 6 Oregon Ducks Saturday night. Penn State is a 3.5-point favorite as of today with a 52.5 total. That game kicks off at 6:30 on NBC. Also at 6:30, number 17 Saturday night, number 17 Alabama 2-1. Travels down to play Georgia between the hedges and Athens, Sanford Stadium. Georgia is 3-0, number 5 in the country, and they are a 3-point favorite according to FanDuel with a 52 over-under. That game also kicks off at 6:30. Thank you, YouTube. I will have the split-screen multi-view on that. Early on Saturday, number 22 Notre Dame is at Arkansas. Upset alert from the Magic 8 Ball on that game. Arkansas is getting 4.5 points in Fayetteville, 11 a.m. start. The Aggies of Utah State are at number 18, Little Bruh. Vanderbilt Commodores anchoring down in Nashville in their new digs. Vanderbilt is favored by 22 points with a total of 60. That game starts at 11:45, and that has to be on the SEC network. Number 1, Ohio State, and they're 3-0 as they travel all the way out to play 3-0 Washington. Ohio State is favored by 8 points. And tomorrow we're going to have a Magic 8-ball pick on that game. So join us tomorrow afternoon. Number 4, LSU is at number 13, Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a 1.5 favorite over number 4, LSU in Oxford. 2:30 start. And then number 15, the Tennessee Vols travel down to Starkville, and they're playing a 4-0 Mississippi State. And the Vols are favored by 8.5. The Vols are now 3-1 on the year.
Go Vols, baby. Let's get it.
SEC unveils league matchups for the next 4 seasons and keeps most rivalries intact. The Southeastern Conference announced league matchups for the next 4 years on Tuesday, including designating 3 annual not permanent opponents for each of its 16 teams. The 9-game slates retain several traditional rivalries and renew some old ones. And let's just run down these real quick. Here are each school's annual opponents through 2029. In alphabetical order, we're going to start with Alabama. Alabama will play all these teams will play these 3 teams, right? Clayton, through 2029. Alabama gets Auburn, Iron Bowl, of course. Mississippi State, which Starkville is not geographically not that far from Tuscaloosa.
90 miles. Yep.
And Tennessee.
That is correct.
I'm glad we keep that Tennessee
absolutely
rivalry. Arkansas will have LSU, Missouri, and Texas. That's pretty tough right there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Arkansas.
Yeah.
Auburn will have Alabama, Georgia, and Vanderbilt. Little bruh.
Yeah. That's going to be 3 tough,
Well, it looks like that's pretty damn tough right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Florida will have Georgia at a neutral site.
Jacksonville.
Which is in the state of, which is on the Georgia-Florida line, but
correct.
Technically in the state of Florida.
That is correct.
Florida will have Georgia, Kentucky, and South Carolina. Georgia has Kentucky and South Carolina? I don't know. Okay.
Georgia has...
No, whoa. Hold on.
You're talking about Florida.
Hold on. Back the hell up for a minute. Florida has
right.
Georgia, Kentucky, and South Carolina.
Right.
I'm sorry. I read that completely wrong. Georgia will have Auburn, Florida, and South Carolina.
That makes sense. Auburn is the oldest. That's the oldest rivalry in the SEC. Auburn and Georgia. So
okay,
that makes sense.
Kentucky will have Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee. Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee for Kentucky. LSU will have Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M.
And who's that?
LSU.
Every time they play A&M, it's good.
Ole Miss and Arkansas.
Ole Miss, that's the Magnolia Bowl.
And of course, this is through 2029, so things could be jumbled up between, over the next 4 years. Mississippi State takes on Alabama, Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt. Missouri takes on Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Oklahoma takes on Missouri, Ole Miss, Texas. Ole Miss takes on LSU, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma. South Carolina takes on Florida, Georgia, Kentucky. Tennessee's 3 is Alabama, Kentucky, and Little Bruh, Vanderbilt. Little Bruh.
Hey,
Tennessee will be Alabama, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt, which is who they've been playing every year. Seems like, right, Clayton? I mean, they've been playing those. They've been playing us and Vanderbilt and Kentucky normally at the end of the season so they can coast into bowl play.
Yeah, November has historically always been a good month for them. And that Kentucky game was called the Beer Barrel Bowl for years.
Yeah.
The Beer Barrel Bowl.
All right. Well, I'm all about a barrel full of beer.
I don't know about
just
y'all.
Give me a straw.
I don't know about y'all, but us Tennessee fans always look forward to that 3rd October in
Third Saturday in
Saturday in October. That's what I meant to say.
All
Third
right.
Saturday in October. We always look forward to that.
And probably every third October.
Yeah,
I mean,
every third October.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Yeah.
Texas has Arkansas, Oklahoma, the Red River rivalry. Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas A&M. And Texas A&M has LSU, Missouri, Texas. And Vanderbilt has Auburn, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. So
those are good. I like it.
And we're adding that ninth game. We're adding that ninth conference game, which is better for season ticket holders. They've been asked to pay more money. So, you should get more bang for your buck.
And Coach Saban's been asking for this for the last decade. So I'm glad it's fine. And you know what? They also have the option in 2029, if they want to bring back the East and West. Now, if I had to predict, I'm going to
bring it back.
I'm going to predict that there's going to be more teams in the conference by then.
Bring it back.
I don't know if
I don't
know if it'll be possible by then, just because I think they'll add some more teams.
But just bring it back. I think it was more exciting to have a West winner and an East winner meet in Atlanta for the SEC championship. That just made things more exciting, and it kept up this kind of rivalry between the schools that were in the East. Whether the East was tougher than the West each year, and it kind of kept that kind of conversation going. I like the East and West setup.
I did too. And hopefully Nashville will bid on the SEC championship game once they get their stadium built. Be good to have a little. They rotate it for basketball. Be great to do it in football.
The NFL Thursday night football is tonight, Slim D, on Amazon Prime Video. If you are a member. Or have it, pay for it, whatever. 2-1 Seattle Seahawks are at the 2-1 Arizona Cardinals. The Seahawks are favored by 1.5. Zach Charbonnet is questionable, one of the running backs for the Seahawks. I've got KW the third on my team. I can't decide whether to start him or not tonight. He had a great week last week. Charbonnet was out. James Conner is out for the season. He's having foot surgery, so Trey Benson will be the backup running back that will take over the starting roles. 4 offensive linemen are questionable for the Arizona Cardinals tonight.
Wow.
That's going to be something.
4 offensive linemen.
That is not good.
I've got a Magic 8-Ball pick for that game at the end of the hour. Stay tuned. Sunday, the early wakey eggs and bakey game from Dublin, Ireland. Minnesota's a 2.5-point favorite over Pittsburgh. All the way on Dublin, Ireland. So you got to get up. Kickoff at 8:30 a.m. The Tennessee Titans are at the Houston Texans on Sunday. Noon kickoff. The Titans are getting 7.5 points. They have lost 9 straight games. Both teams are 0-3. L'Jarius Sneed was asked after practice this week, what's going to be the most challenging thing about having to cover Texans wide receiver Nico Collins this week? And Sneed responded, who? And the reporter said Nico Collins, and L'Jarius Sneed responded to that, who? Cue up the Michael Jordan quote, and I took that personally meme, if you know what I'm saying, and keep it ready for Sunday at Houston at the Texans. When the reporter told Nico Collins about what Titans cornerback L'Jarius Sneed said when asked about Collins, the Texans receiver responded with, quote, he knows who I am. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait, is what Nico Collins said. L'Jarius Sneed, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I know that by far. But I'm smart enough to know that if I'm playing on a team that's winless this season and has lost 9 consecutive games and going to play another team in their house or any other time in the NFL, the last thing I'm going to do is Say something to piss them off and something that they can paste on their bulletin board as they're headed out of the locker room to come out on the field and play against me. Collins has 28 receptions, 286 yards for two touchdowns in 5 games versus Tennessee, putting up better numbers only against 2 other teams, Indianapolis and Jacksonville. Of course, they're all in the same division. Who are the lunatics running the asylum up there? And I mean, really, are the lunatics running the asylum over at Titans Park or Practice Stadium or whatever the hell you call it?
Baptist Sports Park.
Okay, are they running? I mean, who's
it's a good
who's
question.
running the show over there?
I've never seen anything quite like it. It is just a total disaster. Total disaster.
Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels says he feels good and is up to, but it's up to the doctors on whether he plays Sunday in Atlanta. If not, former Tennessee Titan and Atlanta Falcon quarterback Marcus Mariota, who looked good in their win this past weekend for the Commanders, will be under center and make his second start against Atlanta in Atlanta this weekend. New York Giant head coach Brian Dable has said Jackson Dart will be the starter for the remainder of the 2025 season. Who didn't see that coming? He said he spoke personally both to Russell Wilson, who looked awful this past week against Kansas City, or looked awful against Kansas City, excuse me. That was week number 2. No.
That was last week.
That was last week. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But he looked bad no matter what damn week,
Horrible.
whatever week
Yeah,
it was.
horrible.
He looked terrible against Kansas City. Dable went on to say, quote, "It's my decision. We're going with Jackson Dart. Going to get him ready for this week and the rest of the season."
Well, that clears the air.
Russ will be the backup. Talking about Russell Wilson, Russ will be the backup is what Dable said. Not bad to get paid 1-year contract, $10.2 million to put on a baseball cap and hold a clipboard and put an earpiece in.
That's it.
I mean, that's all that's what's going on. So that's what's happening in college and NFL. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with some Thursday night football Magic 8-ball predictions. Please don't go anywhere. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour, and we all will be right back.
This is Coach Tredaris Dart from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
For 40 years, the Jewelers Bench has worked hard for their customers and provided the highest quality jewelry at the best price. They keep going back. Recent renovations have allowed them to expand their inventory. More high-quality jewelry, custom vintage and estate pieces, and professional jewelry and watch repairs. They also buy gold. The Jewelers Bench, still here, still great service. 808 Trotwood Avenue, Columbia.
Hey, this is Derek Ransom with 10 Pin Alley, voted #1 family entertainment center in Murray County. We offer 32 bowling lanes, giant arcade, laser tag, bumper cars, and a full cafe and bar menu. We also specialize in group events, kids and adult birthday parties, company parties, sports team parties, and holiday parties. We're located at 322 East James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia. Call us today at 931-381-BOWL or visit us at 10pin.com. 10 Pin Alley, it's where the good times roll.
In today's uncertain world, you can never be too careful about your family's financial future. That's why the Parker Group, a part of Baird's Private Wealth Management, is offering a free second opinion on your financial plans. Let us review your current plan, and we will identify any gaps and offer suggestions to improve it. Please call the Parker Group at 931-548-3737. That's 931-548-3737. Robert W. Baird and Company Incorporated does not offer tax or legal advice.
This is Mark Curry at the Trailer Store. We are a local, family-owned business. Every day, I work with my wife, Susie, my mother, Becky, and my son, Justin. We offer a full line of lawnmower trailers, utility trailers, stock trailers, and a full line of trailer parts. We also offer service. Come see us at 1021 New Lewisburg Highway. Call us at 931-381-2795. That's 931-381-2795.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
The generations that have paved the way for us deserve respect, integrity, and compassion. This is Kelly Dobson, owner of Caring Hearts Home Healthcare. My grandmother and mother started this business in 2005, and I was honored to take over in 2012. Licensed and insured, we help our aging community stay in the comfort of their own homes. Online at CaringHeartsHomeHealthCareLLC.com, by phone 931-381-5470, or in person at 1121 Trotwood Avenue here in Columbia. That's Caring Hearts Home Healthcare.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley. And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wall Cover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wall covering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed. Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
This is Coach Devin Simler from Columbia Central Baseball. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
We all live very busy lives. Sometimes we just need a break. Wouldn't it be nice to have an extra pair of hands to help out? Let me introduce you to New Dawn Cleaning Service. No job is too big or too small because they do it all, from residential to commercial. They offer standard cleaning, construction cleaning, carpet shampooing, and window cleaning. Whether you are looking for a one-time service or regular scheduled cleaning plan, New Dawn is ready to help. With years of experience, you can relax, kick back, and call New Dawn Cleaning Service at 615-977-6901.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, You can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
And welcome back in, and thank you for joining us. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I'm in the studio this afternoon with the Claw, Slim D. Thursday afternoon, we got Thursday night football night. Seattle, 1.5-point favorite at the Arizona Cardinals. If you've got Amazon Prime Video, that is. Let's talk a little bit more before we cut off the air and get to the Magic 8-Ball predictions here. Let's talk a little bit about Cal Raleigh last night. He hit his 60th home run. Aaron Judge holds the single-season record in the American League of 62. Raleigh's got 4 more games to at least tie or go past Judge for the American League single-season record. They call him the Big Dumper. Now, I don't know exactly. I'm not sure what the Big Dumper refers to. You know, a lot of these clubhouses do have shared restrooms, shared bathrooms. So I don't know. I'm not gonna expound on why I think they call him the Big Dumper. Rarely do you see Cal Raleigh get emotional, but the gravity of his 60th home run last night. And let me tell you what, that 60th home run was hit into the upper deck. I mean, it was deep and long. But he was interviewed afterwards. He got 2 coolers of water dumped on him during the interview. 42,000 fans remained in their seats after the game to cheer MVP. His teammates came out of the dugout and surrounded him as he was being interviewed, and he was obviously emotional, and it was a really cool moment to see professional athletes that get paid millions and millions of dollars in today's culture be emotional over something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that means
you can't beat that.
It wasn't fake. It wasn't
genuine.
It wasn't planned. It was genuine.
Genuine love.
And sincere.
Yes.
And he was truly a loss for words. The young lady asked Cal Raleigh a question like, how special is this moment? And before he answered, he kind of looked around and saw his teammates and the fans still there. And he turned to her and he said, I'm sorry, what was the question? He's like,
yeah.
He kind of lost it there for a minute. And it was really, really a cool moment.
That's amazing.
The Cleveland Guardians, I mean, they're playing the Detroit Tigers right now. Entering today, the Tigers are looking at the Detroit Tigers are looking at the grim prospect of playing their final game of the entire season this weekend. They had a 15.5 game lead in the American League Central after the All-Star break. Think about that. That's how remarkable the Cleveland Indians' surge has been in taking control of the American League Central, and how stunning Detroit's complete collapse has been. The Guardians went up a full game on the Tigers after winning 5-1 yesterday in Cleveland. They'll go for a sweep tonight or today. Even if the Tigers avoid the broom for their 3rd straight series, the Guardians own the season tiebreaker. Cleveland has won 12 of its past 13 games, while Detroit is 2-11 in its last 13 games. Think about that.
That's rough.
On September 4th, the Tigers led the division by 11 games. It is now September 25th, 3 weeks later. I mean, if you're a Detroit Tiger or you're a Detroit Tiger fan, whatever, you are physically ill over what's happened in Detroit.
Could be worse. Could be worse. You could be a Mets fan.
Do the Mets and the Reds and the Diamondbacks want to make the playoffs? Those 3 teams are right there vying for the 3rd Wild card spot. The Mets, who have the second highest payroll in the Major League Baseball, might not make the final card. With 4 games to go, 3 teams are vying for the final wild card spot in the National League. The New York Mets are currently hold that spot, but both the Cincinnati Reds and the Arizona Diamondbacks are 1 game behind the Mets right now with 4 games to go.
And there's a big Mets fan that we all keep up with, and he says the Mets have no heart. So we'll see.
Magic 8 ball for tonight. Take Seattle -1.5 against Arizona. TD scores. Seattle's A.J. Barner. Parlay him with Amari DiMercado and Arizona's wide receiver Michael Wilson. If all 3 of those are parlayed together, 135 to 1. $10 bet wins you $1,390. And then what about parlaying both quarterbacks together? Kyler Murray to run one in for a touchdown and Sam Darnold. Parlay those 2 together, you get 30 to 1. So a $10 bet wins you $300. Pretty good return on your money, return on your investment. This has been the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to talking to you tomorrow.